class. Hi, hello, namaste, adab, sat sri akal, assalamu alaikum, vanakkam and khamma gani to all of you. Welcome to today's class, and as you all know, this class is your quadratic equations, and today we are going to discuss word problems, right? So as we saw that many of you were asking the questions related to word problems and how do you tackle word problems. So I am going to talk about some very interesting problems from this section, and we are going to solve some important problems, and I'll tell you how do you make the equations as well, right? So the main part in this formulation of equation, that is the major part in this part, right, in this section of this chapter. So once again, welcome you all to today's class. And before I start the class, those who are new here for the first time, whatever problem you were facing till now in your study, right? Suppose your doubts are not solved, notes are not available, tests are not given regularly, assignments are not shared with you regularly, okay, competitive examinations you don't know from where you can prepare, the choice of schedule, what if you miss a class one day or the other, what will happen in that case, and the choice of language. All those problems are solved by Vedantu, because your doubts will be solved in each and every class with a dedicated teacher. Notes will be provided to you for each and every session. Okay, the test and assignments will be shared with you. Okay, so regular interval test will be taken. Assignments for each and every session which you take, assignments will be shared with you. Competitive examinations, for example NTSC, KVPY, Olympiad, all those examinations you don't have to worry. Vedantu will also provide the guidance or the coaching for that examinations as well. Schedule, if you miss your class one day or the other, you can always watch the recording of that session and feel like that you have not missed out on anything. And then choice of language, that is Hindi or English, whatever you prefer, right? So ये सारी चीजें ना बेटा, all these things which are here that has been solved, and other than that you will be getting unlimited live classes. So whatever number of live classes you want, you can attend them. Okay, all micro courses and crash courses will be available to you free of cost. Then performance reports will be shared with you and personalized attention to each and every kid. Micro courses, those who don't know the meaning of micro courses, these are chapter specific courses. For example, this quadratic equation. In your school, suppose if your quadratic equation chapter is over, then you have to wait till the end of the year when your teacher will again start the revision. But at Vedantu, you can revise whenever you want. You can study whatever chapter you want with the help of micro courses, because these are chapter specific courses and every chapter will be available on your dashboard. You can choose to go in whatever course you like. And other than that, crash courses before the examination for your revision, right? So all these will be available to you free of cost, nothing, no need to pay anything extra. So to register for this, you need to visit this link vdnt.in/ytpro and apply the code GPPRO. Right, apply this code GPPRO and you are back into the Vedantu's part, and you will get the guidance from the awesome master teachers over here. Okay, so let's start the class, and as you all know, we are discussing the word problems part. So first thing, this I gave you as a homework question. This question was a homework question. You need to find the roots of 3x square minus 8 root 3x plus 7. So first thing, I want two numbers such that their addition is minus 8 root 3 and their multiplication is 3 into 7, which is 21, right? So the numbers will be, as you can clearly see, sir, minus 7 root 3 and root 3. Here also minus 7 root 3 and minus root 3, minus root 3. Because minus 7 root 3 into minus root 3, if you will do, negative into negative will become positive. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. 3 into 7 is 21. And negative will be added. So 7 root 3 plus and root 3 will become minus 8 root 3. Okay. So it will become 3x square minus 7 root 3x minus root 3x plus 7 equal to 0. So you will be getting 3, if I take root 3x common from the first two terms, I will be getting root 3x minus 7 here, and if I take minus 1 common here also, I will get root 3x minus 7 equal to 0, right? So now if I take root 3x minus 7 common, then I will be getting root 3x minus 1 remainder. So here, from here, I can say that either one value will be root 3x minus 7 should be equal to 0. So x is equal to 7 upon root 3, or root 3x minus 1 equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 upon root 3. Okay, you can further rationalize it also as you want, if you want. Okay, so let me tell you the students who has given the correct answer for these questions. Okay, so we have got the correct answer. I have received the correct answer. First from Angeline, she has given the correct answer. She has rationalized that as well. Very good. Then Khushi has given the correct answer. Beta Nitigya, your answer is not correct. So please check check your answer one more time. Okay, and Rakshit also, you need to check your answer one more time. Got it? So these are the students. So Angelina and Khushi has given the answer correct. Right, now let's start with our part, which is the formulation of quadratic equation. So first thing which I would like you all to address whenever you are solving any quadratic equation, first try to understand the problem. So read the problem very carefully and highlight each and every detail. After that, try to understand how that detail can be converted into equation. These are the two major steps where you need to focus. So I have got different types of questions, so we'll be discussing all those different type of questions, right? So let us start the class. So first question which will be looking over here, so beta dekho bhai, if I look at the question, so it says divide 15 into two parts such that the sum of their reciprocal is 3 by 10, right? This is your question. Up, understand the major important part. First is 15 needs to be divided into two equal parts. That is the first major thing. And then the second major thing, whatever parts you have divided, sum of their reciprocal is 3 by 10. These are the two important things which will tell me that how this question can be solved. So first thing is 15 needs to be divided into two equal parts, two parts, not equal parts, two parts. So let's say if one part is x, other will automatically become 15 minus x, right? From 15, if I take x out, remaining is 15 minus x. Then they are saying sum of their reciprocal is 3 by 10. So reciprocal of x is 1 by x. Reciprocal of this is 1 by 15 minus x. And their sum is equal to 3 by 10. Right? That is what the question is saying. So I have got my equation. Now I need to worry only about solving this equation. So first I will start by taking LCM. So here I will multiply it with 15 minus x, and here also I will multiply 15 minus x. And this side I will multiply it with x, and here also I will multiply it with x to take the LCM part, right? Once the LCM is taken, I can say it is equal to 15 minus x into 1 is 15 minus x, then plus 1 into x is x whole divided by 15 minus x into x is equal to 3 upon 10. Minus x plus x is 0. So 15 divided by 15 minus x into x is 15x minus x square is equal to 3 upon 10. Right? So I can say, sir, if this 15 and this 3, if I shift this 15 over here, so it is 3 ones are 3 fives are. Right? So the final equation which I am getting over here, after this I will cross multiply, will be 5 upon 15x minus x square is equal to 1 upon 10. Cross multiply. So 50 is equal to 15x minus x square. Shift everything to LHS. So minus x square will become plus x square. 15x will become minus 15x plus 50 equal to 0. Right? This is my quadratic equation. Got it? And once I got to know my quadratic equation, then I can simplify it very easily, right? I want two numbers such that their addition is minus 15, their multiplication is plus 50. So that is minus 10 and minus 5. So x square minus 10x plus 5x, sorry, not minus plus 5x, it is minus 5x only. Minus 5x plus 50 equal to 0. So from here take common x into x minus 10. Here take minus 5 common. So x minus 10 equal to 0. So you got x minus 10 into x minus 5. These are your roots. So one value of x is x minus 10 equal to 0. So you have got x is equal to 10. So one part is x is equal to 10. And what is going to be the other part? the other part will be 15 minus x, that is 15 minus 10, which is equal to 5. So one part is 5, one part is 10. One is 10, one is 5. Second case, if we look at the second case, when x minus 5 is equal to 0, you will get x is equal to 5. And what will be the value of 15 minus x? So you can clearly see 15 minus x then will represent 15 minus 5 if x is 5, so that is 10. So in both the cases, the same answer you are getting. The two parts will be 5 and 10. The two parts are going to be 5 and 10. Got it? So this is how this question can be solved. See, very easy question. Just understand the problem. Understand the problem, highlight the important part, and you are done. You are ready to go with that question. Okay, chalo, let's go for the next question now. The next question which we have for us is this. Now, understand the question. Two trains leave a railway station at some time. Okay, they are leaving the railway station at some point of time. Okay, sir, they are leaving the railway station at some point of time. At same time they are leaving. So first thing, very important thing is they are leaving at same time. Right. The first train travels due west. First train is traveling towards west and the second train travels towards north. The first train travels 5 km per hour faster than the second train. Okay. So this is the important part. First train travels 5 km per hour faster than the second train. Okay. If after 2 hours they are 50 km apart. So after 2 hours they are 50 km apart. Find the speed of each train. Got it? So I got to now know the question that there are two different trains. Okay, one is going towards west, one is going towards north. So I can say suppose both are here, over here. Let's say both are here and both are leaving a railway station. That means both are at the same railway station. So one is going towards west and one is going towards north. Okay, in this way the trains are moving. So let's say this is your train A. Let's say this is your train B. The first train travels 5 km per hour faster than the second train. Now which one is first, which one is second? Read the question. The first train travels due west. So the first train is for me is train A, right? So I can say, let us take the first train travels 5 km per hour faster than the second train. So if I know what is the speed of the second train, I can easily get the speed of the first train. So let us say speed of train B is, let's say, x km per hour. Okay, so what is going to be the speed of train A? So it is going to be x plus 5 km per hour because it is 5 km per hour more, right? See, so that work is done. Understood that now. Now they are saying after 2 hours they are 50 km apart. So after 2 hours how much A would have moved? So I can say distance moved by train A. I will say distance of train A will be speed into time. We know this thing very well, that distance is equal to speed into time. So speed is x plus 5 into time is 2 hours. So that is 2x plus 5, right? And the distance of train B will be, again, speed is x, time is again 2 hours because they both are leaving at the same time. So that will be equal to 2x. Their distances also I got to know. So I can say this distance is 2x plus 5. This distance is 2x kilometer. Right? Let's say after 2 hours, one has reached here, one has reached here. Okay. Now they are saying after 2 hours, they are 50 km apart. So the distance between them, always remember, the distance between the 2 points is the line joining them. So now the trains were here, let's say P, Q, R. Now the trains are, one train is at point P, one train is at point R. So the distance between them will be the line joining PR. Okay, the line is not very straight, but PR is given as 50 km. So you can clearly see north direction and west directions are perpendicular to each other. So PQR is a right angle triangle. So I can say in triangle PQR, for sure, perpendicular square, so that is 2x square plus 2x plus 5 whole square is equal to 50 square, right? This is going to be my equation. Bas, now I have got my final equation. Only thing left is solving that part. So it will become 4x square plus a plus b whole square is 4x square plus 4 into, sorry, 2 into 2x is 4x into 5 is 20x, and 5 square is plus 25 is equal to 50 square will be 2500. 4x square plus 4x square is 8x square plus 20x, and 2500 minus will, so 25 minus 2500 is minus 2475 equal to 0, right? So this is the quadratic equation. Now this quadratic equation you need to simplify, you need to solve it further, find out its roots, and you will get the answer, right? So my main focus is going to be on finding the roots. If I think that it is going to be necessary, I will tell you the remaining details as well. Got it? So this is how you will get the equation. Now this equation we need to factorize. So let me show you the factorization of this equation. So equation you have got, wait, I have made a mistake somewhere. 4x square plus this 5 square is okay, I got the mistake over here. Let me just change it over here only, here itself. Okay, the mistake was very huge, pretty huge mistake. Yeah, it is pretty huge mistake, right? Correct. I think all of you might be telling ki sir wo galat ho gaya. So since, thank you so much for that. So x into 2, 5 into 2 will become 10. So I'm just highlighting my mistake so that you don't make the same mistake again. Okay, so this is going to change now. So it will become 4x square plus 2 into 2x into 10, which is 40x, plus 10 square is 100, and this is 40x minus 100, and minus 2500 is minus 2400. Now it is a correct equation. Okay, so now if you want, you can take 8 common as well. You can simplify this equation further. Take 8 common. So it will become x square plus 5x minus 300 is equal to 0. Shift 8 in the division over there. Shift 8 in division is equal to 0. Shift 8 in division, so x square plus 5x minus 300 is equal to 0. So this is going to be your final equation. This is going to be your final equation. Okay, so you will splitting will be 15 and 20, I think. Yeah, right. So x square plus 20x minus 15x minus 300, solve karo. So one answer you are getting, dekho, upon factorization of this equation you are getting x plus 20 into x minus 15. So if I say first answer will be x is equal to minus 20, other is x is equal to 15. Now first thing, this answer will be rejected. On what basis? Speed cannot be negative, right? Speed cannot be negative, so x is equal to minus 20 is rejected, and I will say x is equal to 15 is your correct answer, as x cannot be negative. So the speed of the train, one train is 15 and the other train will be 20 km per hour. As simple as that. Okay, so one train x will be 50, so speed of train B is 15, speed of train A will be 20 kilometers per hour. Got it? This is how this question will be done. Okay, so it was a nice question because you need to analyze this question for a lot of time. You need to analyze what the question is trying to tell you, and then you will get your answer. Next question. A plane, let's understand, let's highlight the point which we think is important. So the question is telling you a plane left 30 minutes later than its scheduled time, and in order to reach its destination 1500 km away in time, it has to increase its speed by 250 km per hour from its usual speed. Find its usual speed. So first thing, the plane left 30 minutes later. Okay, but it wants to reach its destination is 1500 km away and wants to reach on time. It don't want to delay the flight. By suppose traveling from suppose Bangalore to somewhere place, say Goa. Okay, Bangalore to Goa, let's say take 8 hours. 8 hours. So if you leave by 12 o'clock, in the afternoon, or say by 10 o'clock in the morning. If you leave by 10 o'clock in the morning, you'll reach by 6 o'clock. Now what happened, because of some delay, you are now leaving at 12 o'clock, right? And if you travel by the same speed, you will reach by 8 o'clock in the evening, but you don't want to reach by 8, you want to reach by 6 only. So the first option is you will increase your speed, right? You will try to drive faster. Same thing the plane is also doing here. Since it is leaving late, so it has less time to cover this distance of 1500 kilometer, so the train will increase the speed. So this is the logical thinking of this part. So the train has increased the speed by 250 kilometer per hour to reach in 250 kilometer per hour from its usual speed. Find the usual speed. So I can say, sir, if I knew the usual speed, I can get both the speeds very easily, right? So let's say that, sir, usual speed is equal to x kilometer per hour. Sorry, usual speed is x kilometer per hour. Okay, so let us start. Let's say usual speed of the train is x kilometer per hour. Okay, now the next part which we'll be talking about is that what will be the increased speed. Increased speed will be x plus 250. Increased speed will be x plus 250, right? Because the speed is increased by 250 kilometer per hour. Now let's take case 1, normal case, when there was no delay. When there is no delay, okay, so I know distance is 1500 kilometer only, right? Distance will not change, and I know that the speed is what, x kilometer per hour. So the time taken here, let's say t1, will be distance upon speed, so 1500 upon x, right? And the second part is the delay case, when the flight got delayed. In that case also, I know one thing for sure, distance is 500 kilometer only. Speed will be equal to x plus 250 kilometer per hour. Okay, and let's take the time in this case as t2, which will be equal to your distance upon speed only, right? Now see, earlier whatever time, in case 1, whatever time it was taking, in delayed case, the plane has 30 minutes less. 30 minutes means half hour, and 30 minutes means half an hour. So I can say in this manner that, so the time which is taken in the normal case, that is t1, is half hour more than t2, because in the time 2, both are reaching at the same time. Suppose if you leave by 12 o'clock, they reach by 3 o'clock. Now if the plane is leaving at 12:30, still they are leaving at 3 o'clock. So in first case 12 to 3, total 3 hours. In second case 12:30 to 3, so only 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours. So half hour is less when it is delayed. So t1 minus t2 I can say is half hours. So t1 is what, 1500 by x, minus t2 is 1500 upon x plus 250 is equal to 1 by 2. This is your quadratic equation. Got it? This is your quadratic equation. So whenever beta you are able to understand the problem, try to give some real life example to it. Okay, imagine anything. Okay, let's say I am leaving at 12 o'clock, I have to reach by 3, half an hour late, so 12:30 if I am leaving, again has to reach by 3. So I can see the time has a gap of half an hour. The first case, the normal time, whatever time is there, it is 30 minutes or half an hour more than the second part. Now why I am taking the time in hours? That is also very important, because many students make mistake here. They take the time as 30 only. Remember, if the speeds unit are kilometer per hour, the distance is kilometer. So if you divide kilometer by kilometer per hour, your time will be in hours. Time will be calculated in hours. So this is in hours. This is also in hours. So 1 by 2, the other time, this subtraction will also be in the hours only. Okay, that is why 30 minutes has been converted into hours. So let's solve this equation now. Okay, so 1500 divided by x minus 1500 upon x plus 250 is equal to 1 by 2. Do one thing, let's take 1500 common. So 1 by x minus 1 by x plus 250 is equal to 1 by 2. Shift 1500 in the denominator over there. So 1 by x minus 1 by x plus 250 is equal to 1 by 2 into 1500 is 3000. Right? Now let's take the LCM. As you all know, we need to take the LCM. So if I take the LCM here, multiply this part with x plus 250, here also with x plus 250, and here multiply this part with x, here also with x, right? So it will give me x plus 250 minus x whole divided by x into x plus 250 is equal to 1 by 3000. Right? Now what you will do? X to minus x got cancelled, so you are left with 250 upon x square plus 250x is equal to 1 upon 3000. So cross multiply. So x square plus 250x is equal to 250 into 3000 will be equal to 75 4 times 0. Shift it over there. So x square plus 250x minus 751,234 is equal to 0. Right? It is equal to 0. So this is how you have got this equation. This is how you have got this equation. Now, what will be the factorization over here? So you can very well see, you want two numbers such that their addition is 250, okay, and their multiplication is 7,50,000, right? So in this order we need to move ahead and solve this equation further. Got it? So in this way you proceed the part. So the main thing is forming the equation. After that factorization you can do it very well. The factorization will be 1000 minus 750. So if you will do the factorization after that word, after this part is very easy. 1000 minus 750. 1000 minus 750 is 250 only, and 1000 into minus 750 is minus 7,50,000, right? So take here common. So one value of x you are getting is minus 1000, other is 750. Again, minus 1000 will not be accepted because speed cannot be negative. So 750 will be the usual speed of this plane. 750 will be the usual speed of this plane. So the most important thing is understanding the formation of this equation. So take both the cases separately. The way I am writing it, if you makes your understanding more clear, you can write this way also in your examination, no reduction for the marks as well. In this way, actually the presentation is quite good here. Okay, everything you have written quite neat and clean. So always follow these kind of part, okay, where you have written everything quite neat and clean. I'm not talking about my handwriting, I'm talking about the way I have represented both the cases, then I made the equation, highlighted the equation, all those parts. Okay, so the correct answer here will be x is equal to 750. I am not focusing much on solving the equations because that I have already taken care of in the first session, right? I am focusing more on making the equations. My major focus in this session is making the equations. Okay, acha, don't forget to like the video, because when I see whenever I come on the, if I'm not able to come live because of some reason, you don't give like to the video, so don't forget to do that, beta. Your likes give us a lot of motivation. Okay, so please don't forget to like the video. If you are here, always like, share and subscribe to the channel. Next question dekho. A can do a piece of work in X days. Got it? A can do a piece of work in X days. Okay, then what is the next part? The next part is, and B can do the same work in X plus 16 days. B takes 16 days more. If both are working together, they can do it in 15 days. Calculate X. So I can say A is doing it in X days, B is doing it in X plus 16 days alone. Okay. If they are working together, they finish it in 15 days. So how do I know working together, how that will work? They have given the number of days. Many students will think that it is going to be like, how it is going to be, many students will think that, sir, I can do this part over here. Sir, A is taking X days, other one is taking x plus 16 days, so let's make it equal to 25. So easy. Don't it is wrong. Okay, it is not correct, because if I am doing, let's take this part in a real life example that will make us help the understand problem more better, right? If I say, suppose for example, if A completes the work, let's say in 3 days, and B completes the work in, let's say, 5 days. So if they are working together, will I say that they will complete the work in 8 days, or I will say it is going to be definitely less than 3 also, because A alone completes it in 3 days, so less than 3. Sorry, less than 3. So the time taken when they work together will be less than here also, less than x also. So you do not add the number of days whenever this work and time problem is given. Whenever this work and time problems are given, you do not talk in terms of number of days. Number of days को तुमको ज़्यादा सोचना ही नहीं है. You will always focus on the amount of work done. You will always focus on the amount of work done. For suppose if I say A makes 100 chairs in 1 day and B makes 50 chairs in 1 day. So when A and B are working together, I can definitely say they will make 150 chairs. So the work part is very easy to compare. Work can be easily dealt, because I know if they are working together, work will be added, but that doesn't happen in the number of days. So I know that A can do one work in x days. A can do one work in x days. Now understand the part which I am trying to tell you here. Let's say I have told you A makes 1000 chairs in 10 days. So if I ask you that in 1 day how many chairs he will make, in 1 day how many chairs he will make, you will say 1000 divided by 10, that is 100 chairs, right? 100 chairs. So you did what? That if he is doing some work in 10 days, every day he will do some part of that work. And how much part here? 1/10 of the work. Suppose if I am completing one work in 2 days. So in 1 day how much I will complete? I will say, sir, in 1 day I will complete only half of the work. If I complete if I complete one work in 3 days, okay, so in 1 day how much I will complete the work? So in 1 day I will complete only 1/3. Every day equal work will be divided. Same way, A can do one work in x days. So in 1 day, work done by A will be equal to, for x days he is completing one work. So every day he is completed 1/x, 1/x, 1/x. Suppose if I give you one work completed in 10 days. So in 1 day 1/10, 1/10, 1/10 like that. So in x days 1/x. Got it? Similarly, B can do one work in x plus 16 days. So I can say in 1 day work done by B will be 1/x plus 16, right? This is not the part of the question, this is just for your understanding part I have told you, right? Now it is their alone part. So alone A completes 1/x work and alone B completes 1/x plus 16 work in 1 day. Now A and B together can do one work in 15 days. So in 1 day, how much work they will be completing? So in work day, work done by A plus B will be equal to, they together will be doing only 1/15th work, right? This 15 days work every day will be divided into equal parts. So 1/15, 1/15, 1/15, 1/15, 1/15. And as here you can clearly see that I can add the works. Work can be added. Work we can add, unlike number of days. Number of days you cannot add, but work can be added. So I can say amount of work done by A in 1 day, which is 1/x. Amount of work done by B in 1 day, which is plus 1/16, 1/x plus 16. is equal to amount of work done by them together. So that is equal to 1 by 15. Right? Now what? Take LCM. So here you will get x into x plus 16. So this first bracket is multiplied with x plus 16. Second bracket is multiplied with x is equal to 1 by 15. So 2x plus 16 divided by x into x is x square plus 16x is equal to 1 by 15. Cross multiply. So you will be getting x square plus 16x into 1 is it is equal to 15 into 2x is 30x. 15 into 16 will be equal to 225 plus 1 more 15. So 240. Right? Correct? Done? Now shift everything to LHS. So x square 16x minus 30x. It is minus 30, so it will be minus 14x. And then minus 240, not plus, minus 240. Okay, so minus 240 is equal to 0. So I can clearly see the factorization here is what? Minus 24 and plus 10. So x square minus 14x, minus 24x plus 10x minus 240 equal to 0. Take x common, x minus 24. Take plus 10 common, x minus 24 equal to 0. So you will be getting x minus 24 into x plus 10 equal to 0. So now x minus 24 equal to 0, that means x is equal to 24, or x plus 10 equal to 0, that means x is equal to minus 10. अब बेटा एक बात बताओ, what was x? X was number of days in which A complete the work. So A is completing, x is number of days. Number of days cannot be negative, so this minus 10 is cancelled. Only one correct answer, that is x is equal to 24. Do not write both the answer. If you write both the answer, your marks will be deducted, because minus 10 cannot be accepted as number of days cannot be negative. So only one value of x. This question can also be asked. Suppose if I ask you in the any Olympiad or any NTSC में कहीं भी, if I am asking, so I will say calculate the number of values or number of possible solution of x. How many values of x are possible? So when suppose any students have solved the whole part and still they are saying ki, oh, two values, they will put the answer even after just after reaching here, they will say अरे वाह, quadratic equation 2 answer, put the take on 2. Or some will say ki, अच्छा, either it is 2 or 0, one answer, so quadratic equation doesn't have one root. But here one answer is rejected. So in word problems you always have to focus that which answer will be rejected. So always focus that what is your variable. Always keep it in your mind what is your variable, and according to that you need to choose the solution. So number of days cannot be negative. X is equal to 24 days is your correct answer. Got it? So this is how this question will be done. Next part. One pipe can fill a cistern in 3 hours less than the other. Two pipes together can fill the cistern in 6 hours 40 minutes. Find the time that each pipe will take to fill the tank. Now this question is exactly same as the previous one. This work and time, same way this cistern and tap questions will work. Pipes and cistern question will work. कैसे होगा? Again try to understand. If there is one tap which suppose complete a bucket in let's say 3 hours, and other pipe completes the cistern in let's say same thing. I drew it bigger, but same thing. Let's say complete it in 7 hours. So I cannot say that the same bucket, if I open it, I open both the pipes, so they will fill it in 7 plus 3, which is 10 hours. Can I say that? No. I can say this is absolutely wrong. Definitely I can say the time is going to be less than 3 hours. Sorry. The time which it will take, to fill this bucket is going to be less than 3 hours. Right? So it is going to be what? It is going to be less than 3 hours. So whenever the relationship, see, the number of days, the number of hours will reduce if you increase the number of price. Right? So these quantities, time also here will not work. Then what will work here? What will work here? The thing which is going to work, is the amount of water deposited. Is the amount of water deposited in this. For example, let me give you one more example on this part. Same type of example. Let's say now I say that this one pipe fills the bucket at the rate of 2 liter per hour. So in 1 hour, this pipe is putting 2 liters of water, and in 1 hour this pipe is putting 3 liters of water. And when I open both the taps together, I can say for sure the water in this cistern or in this bucket will be 2 plus 3. So amount of water can be added, number of hours will not be added. So here also I will focus on amount of water. So one pipe can fill a cistern in 3 hours less than the other. So let's say pipe A fills the cistern in X hours. Okay, so automatically I can say, sir, pipe B fills the cistern. Let's say pipe B is taking less time, okay, in X minus 3 hours. You can also assume to have pipe B more number of hours. So let's say pipe A you are taking say X, so you can also take pipe B as X plus 3. They are not saying which one is smaller, which one is bigger, so you can take any one. If one you are taking, if here I am thinking pipe A is taking more amount of time, so pipe B will be X minus 3 hours. And if you take X and X plus 3, in that case you think that pipe A is taking less amount of time, so pipe B will take more, so X plus 3. So here I am assuming X and X minus 3. Okay, and together pipe A plus B together fills the cistern in how many hours? 6 hour 40 minutes. So here is 6 hour 40 minutes, we need to convert it into the number of hours. तो कैसे करेंगे? 6 is already there, convert this 40 into number of hours. So 40 divided by 60. Minute to hour conversion is what? Divide by 60. So this to this got cancelled. 2 times, 3 times. So 6 plus 2 by 3. If you take LCM, 6 3s are 18 plus 2, 20. 20 by 3 hours. Okay, so it is what? 20 by 3 hours. Right? It will be equal to 20 by 3 hours. Now this is the time, but I am more dependent on the amount of water filled. So एक बात बताओ बेटा. For example, let's say a bucket. Let's say a bucket is filled by a tap. Let's say in 2 hours. In 2 hours, this bucket will be filled. So I can say for sure that in 1 hour the bucket filled will be half, and in the other hour the bucket filled will be half. 1 by 2, 1 by 2. If a bucket is filled in let's say 3 hours, so every hour one third bucket will be filled. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So same logic will apply here also. If pipe A is filled in X hours, so every hour same amount of bucket is filled. So 1 by X, 1 by X, 1 by X, 1 by X. So I can say cistern filled by pipe A in 1 hour is equal to 1 by X. Similarly, cistern filled by pipe A in 1 hour is equal to 1 by X minus 3. Same thing as here. Okay, so that's why I'm doing dot. Same thing. And here also I say cistern filled by A and B together. Cistern filled by pipe B. And here A plus B together in 1 hour will be equal to, देखो, every time you are doing the reciprocal of number of days. If it was X, 1 by X. X minus 3, 1 upon X minus 3. So here it is 20 by 3. So now it will become 3 by 20. Correct? And I know the amount of cistern filled can be added. Water will be added. So it can be added. So I can say now that, sir, whatever amount of cistern filled by pipe A is 1 by X. So A fills 1 by X amount of cistern in 1 hour. B fills 1 by X minus 3 amount of cistern in 1 hour. And when they are together, they are filling it in 3 by 20 hours. So this is your equation. Take LCM. So x minus 3 plus x whole divided by x into x minus 3 is equal to 3 by 20. So you are getting 2x minus 3 is equal to x square minus 3x is equal to 3 upon 20. Cross multiply. So you'll be getting x square minus 3x into 3. So 3x square minus 9x is equal to 20 into 2 is 40x minus 60. Correct? Shift everything over there. So 3x square minus 9 minus 40 is minus 49x plus 60 is equal to 0. Got it? So this is how this equation you will be getting. This is how you will be getting this equation. This is how you will be getting this equation. So you want the numbers multiplication as 3 into 60, 180, and here minus 49. So it is obviously 45 into 4. So 3x square minus 45x minus 4x plus 60 equal to 0. So take here 3x common, you are left with x minus 15. Here take minus 4 common, you are left with x minus 15 equal to 0. So one value is 3x minus 4, other is x minus 15 equal to 0. So one value you are getting x is equal to 4 by 3 hours. Other value you are getting x is equal to 15 hours. Now, will we accept both? Will we accept both or one of them will be rejected? Okay, quickly let me know in the chat box what do you think. Will we accept both the answers or we will reject any one of them? Think about it. 30 seconds I am giving you. Thoda sa socho. Will you accept both the answer or will you reject both the answer or will you reject any one of the answer, and if any one, why? Okay, तो बेटा देखो, the major part here is कि थोड़ा ध्यान से अगर पढ़ा हुआ होगा, that is why I will say always read carefully. This x is equal to 4 by 3 hours will be rejected. X is equal to 4 by 3 hours will be rejected. कैसे? यार एक बात बताओ. If I keep x is equal to 4 by 3, तो pipe A fills it in 4 by 3 hours. चलो. What will the time filled by pipe, time taken by pipe B? It will be x, which is 4 by 3 minus 3. And if you take LCM, it is minus 5 by 3 negative time. Is it possible? तो नहीं यार. Right? So that is why I will say कि sir ji, this part will be rejected. This is the correct answer. Okay. So from here I can say value of x is 15 hours. Value of pipe B is 15 minus 3, 12 hours. And obviously together time they are taking 6 hours 40 minutes. That is always less than both the times. Correct? So logic, every logic will be applicable over here. Every logic will be applicable. Okay, so your correct answer, only one answer will be accepted, that is x is equal to 15. Got it? Now next question. Speed of a boat in still water is 15 km per hour. It can go 30 km upstream and return downstream to the original point in 4 hours 30 minutes. Find the speed of the stream. So I think all of you already know about it, that upstream means what? Suppose this is the stream. It is moving in this direction, and if my boat moves in the opposite direction, so this is called upstream. Okay, this will be your speed of stream, and this is your speed of boat in still water. Let's take it as x, speed of stream as y. So in upstream the speed will be x minus y, because boat is trying to move over here and water is pushing it back. So the boat will feel that water is trying to drag it back, so boat will move slowly. You can also imagine it, if you move against the wind is coming to blowing in this direction, if you are moving against it, you will feel that wind is pushing you backward. So no matter how fast you were jogging, still you will feel more force pushing you backward, right? है ना ऐसा? Same thing. अब downstream case में क्या होता है बेटा? Downstream case is just opposite of it. Boat and the stream both are in the same direction. So this is called your downstream. So in this case, speed is x plus y. Okay. In this question, speed of boat in still water is given 15 km per hour. The distance in the upstream is 30 kilometer and return downstream to the original point. Matlab if it is 30 kilometer upstream, original point means again 30 kilometer downstream in 4 hours 30 minutes. So total time going upstream and coming downstream, total time is 4 hours 30 minutes. Many will think कि अच्छा सर 4 hours 30 minutes है तो 2 hours 15 minutes going up, 2 hours 15 minutes going down, but it is wrong. Why? Because when you are moving up with the boat, the speed is less, so it is going to take more time. But when you come down, the speed will help you, so you will come fast, right? You can clearly see speed in downstream is more than speed in upstream. So we need to take both the cases because time will not be equally divided. Time of upstream will be something, time of downstream will be something, and time taken in downstream will be more. Got it? So let's take the case of upstream. In case of upstream, I can say the distance is equal to 30 kilometer. No change in that. We know that speed is, see, they have given x as 15. ये x जो है बेटा वो 15 दे दिया है. Speed of the stream we don't know. So let us say speed is 15 minus y. So time taken, let's say t upstream na, will be distance upon speed. Then let's talk about downstream. Distance is again 30 kilometers, same thing. Okay, going to somewhere and coming to the original point, distance will remain same. Speed here, as you know, will be 15 plus y. So the time, which is t of downstream, will be equal to distance upon speed, right? And I know one thing for sure, time taken in the upstream plus time taken in the downstream is equal to 4 hours 30 minutes. Is equal to what? 4 hours 30 minutes. 4 hours 30 minutes I can say as 4 plus 30 minutes is half an hour. So 4 and a half is what? 9 by 2 hours. So I've got my equation. Time in upstream is what? 30 upon 15 minus y plus the time in downstream 30 upon 15 plus y is equal to 9 by 2 hours. Take 30 common over here. So 1 by 15 minus y plus 1 by 15 plus y is equal to 9 by 2. You can cancel it by 3 tens and 3 threes. ठीक है, take LCM over here. So 15 plus y first will be multiplied with 15 plus y, then this one will be multiplied with 15 minus y upon 15 minus y into 15 plus y is equal to, sorry, into 10 is also there, na? Into 10 is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, so plus y minus y got cancelled. So 15 plus 15 is 30. 30 into 10 is 300. 300 upon, फिर a minus b into a plus b is a square. 15 square is 225 minus y square is equal to 3 by 2. Cross multiply. When you cross multiply, you will be getting 300 into 2 is 600, and here 225 into 3 is 675 minus, here you are getting minus what? Minus 3y square. Shift minus 3y square 600 over there. So 3y square is 675 minus 600. So y square is 75 here, upon this 3 will come in division, that is 25. So I can say y will be equal to square root of 25, which is 5. Actually not square root of 25 we should say, but we will be getting two answers, so that is the wrong way of writing it. You will say if y square is 25, I can say that sir, if y square is 25, y will have two values, plus minus 5. I will say sir, y is equal to 5 will be accepted, y is equal to minus 5 will be rejected. So y is equal to 5 will be your answer. So the speed of the stream is 5 km per hour, because speed cannot be negative. Okay, so this is how you can solve this question. I have tried to cover each and every different concept which is around. Okay, now one question I am giving you as your homework. This is an age problem. This I am giving you as your homework. Do attempt this question and let me know the answer for this homework question in the comment section. I would get to know that you have enjoyed the session and you have learned something out of it. So do not forget to post your answers. Okay, the question is, 1 year ago a man was 5 times as old as his son. Now his age is equal to the square of his son's age. Find their present ages. Okay, so this is your homework question. So as I was saying at the starting, vdnt.in/ytpro, this is the link for the registration for the Vedantu subscription course, which I have told you at the earlier, in which you are getting free unlimited live classes. Okay, your doubts will be solved, regular test interval, assignments, everything. You will not have to worry about anything else except your studies. Okay, so what you need to do, first select your grade 10th, then ICSE 2021, then click here on get subscription. Once you are done here, you will have an option to choose from 1 month, 3 month or 6 months. Now there are two benefits of choosing more number of month. One is, if you choose more number of month, price per month will decrease. Price per month will decrease. Suppose at the starting here, if you are paying 2294.15 for 1 month, देखो, for 1 month, if you are paying this much amount, then for 6 months, it will not be this into 6. It will be way less than that. Okay, so originally it will show you 2699 as your price, but what you need to do is GPE Pro. This is the coupon code that you need to apply, GPE Pro. So this is the one of the benefit. Okay, apply the coupon and you will get the discount of 15%, flat 15% off. Okay, so as I was saying, price per month will decrease. The second best thing will be more exposure. If you are here for the more amount of time, obviously more type of questions you will see, more type of chapters you will be able to learn, more revision you will be able to learn. So that is also one of the best benefit. So with less price, you will be getting more benefits. And also this is not only for maths, it is for all your subjects: physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, and social science and English. All the 6 major subjects will be covered under this subscription. Okay, so this is the link, this is the code. Do not forget to apply it, and I'll wait you for all for joining me at Vedantu's courses. Okay beta, so this is all from my side. Thank you so much for coming to the session. Don't forget to like the video, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. This is all from my side. Bye bye, sayonara, khuda hafiz to all of you. Bye bye.